William Hill Vegas sponsors Joshua vs. Whyte on Sky Sports Box Office.
Dillian Whyte signing in for AFL TV. I'm the Black James Holder.
You're absolutely killing me, man. Signing yourself in, signing yourself out. Listen, let's be serious for 5 minutes. I want to talk to you about potentially the biggest moment of your career thus far, the press conference between your arch nemesis, Anthony Joshua. How do you think it went from your point of view?
It went well because for once it wasn't me that was doing all the work. He actually said something today. I think his team or his sports psychiatrist must have said something to him today, like, "Oh, Anthony, you have to come out of your shell a bit more. You have to be a bit more forceful. You have to make this man believe that you're not scared of him." So they told him to be more vocal and to come out of his shell a bit, and he said a bit more, and that's what he did, and it made for a great press conference.
Some of the things that were said today by both of you were sort of cutting a little bit deep and a little bit sort of backbiting. What sort of this stage do you feel the reason is to sort of show that animosity? You're both going to get a chance to punch each other.
It's fight week. Fight week. I'm hamped. He's hamped. I've trained. I've sweat blood and tears. I'm sure he have. So it's fight week. I want to rip him to pieces. I'm sure he want to do the same to me. So
What was Malik Scott saying to him during the press conference? I could only hear a little bit from where I was situated, but I could hear Malik Scott asking him.
I can get him. Malik, come explain to the fans what was he saying about Joshua, because he asked me. So.
What was you saying from the corner of? I couldn't quite hear what was being said.
I just was saying my prediction is not going to change. I'm not predicting a knockout for neither fighter, none of that. But I believe the fight is going to go in deep water. And when they go in deep water, I think Dillian Whyte is built for deep water more than Anthony Joshua. It's Judgment Day more for Anthony Joshua than it is Dillian Whyte Saturday night. But if he's lucky enough to get past Dillian, then I'm number 6 and number 7 in the WBC. And if Eddie Hearn want to call my number, I'm more ready than able.
Eddie Hearn might be calling your number to fight me. So you better get it out of your interview right now. Yeah, there you go.
Cheers, Malik. Oh man, the animosity and the real sort of heatedness between you and Joshua can obviously see. But do you think it's very important to keep control on Saturday and be sort of quite meticulous in the way you approach your job?
It is always important to be calm and collected. Obviously, if you watch my fights, I fight differently depending on the fight or if there's an injury or there's no injury. But I'm calm. I'm always smiling in my fights. I'm always calm. I'm always relaxed. I'm always ready. But like I said, my coach and loads of people around me say to me, listen, this fight you have to approach it different. You have to be a lot more mentally relaxed, a lot more mental focus. So, I take the advice and I've been using it in training and it's been paying off. So it's great.
You mentioned about his physique today that you don't think it's all natural. He then mentioned about the Jack D the 3D ban. All that was brought up. What's your sort of reaction to that being spoke about in the press, if you like?
That's stupid. Okay, he mentioned about me being banned for a stimulant. So what? He just listen. You can look at his physique and tell the man's gained over 30 pounds of muscle in 3 years with no water. That's impossible. Any scientist, anybody would tell you. Any bodybuilder, anybody would tell you. Look, my man here handy. I'm not even gonna bring him in it. He's a bodybuilder. He can't gain 30 pounds of muscle just like that out of nowhere. Everybody knows. It's normal. Come on, man. Yeah, people need to wake up and smell the coffee and stop talking crap.
He spoke about he thought you'd been in 10 and 12 round fights, which you've clearly not.
He's drunk. He must be snorting the stuff he was selling. He must be, because okay, he said been in 10 and 12 round fight. I fought one 10 rounder, and this is my first 12 rounder, and I've never been past 4 rounds. You gotta tell him he's meant to sell it, not snort it.
Do you think with his physique and how big he is and taking in the ability to take in oxygen, do you think that's going to affect him over if it does go to 12 rounds?
Man, rumours have it he's doing stuff and he likes a bit of elevation, mass and altitude training, so maybe it will help him, maybe it won't. We'll see. The beautiful about this thing is within 28 hours, is it? 48 hours or whatever, 40 hours, we'll find out, we'll see. Because I'm trained, I'm ready and I'm prepared to go in that ring and leave everything in there.
How much would it mean to you to beat the Olympic champion, the sort of hype machine as you've called him and predicted him? How much would it mean to you as a person to get on that pedestal and to get at the top of your game?
Getting a pedestal is good. Beating him means nothing. All I'm proving to myself is I've beaten somebody who I've beaten before and who I've always believed I could beat. That's all. It's more important for him to beat me than it is for me to beat him.
Last but not least, you've got the winner over in the amateurs. Do you think that mentally makes you sort of convinced you've got his number, so to speak?
Man, the win in the amateurs don't make me convinced that I got mental age over him. My confidence of beating him will come from within here. My sheer belief and heart and courage within myself. That's all, man. It ain't about the fight back then or whatever. No, whoever fight him now, next year, September, 2 months before, 3 months later, I'm still going to beat him.
Last but not least, his other opposition and opponents seem to be scared of him before they got into the ring. You made a statement that he's won the fight before he's got into the ring. Are you scared of him, Dillian?
That's like me ask. Actually, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Don't say it.
Listen, you know me, James. I'll let you answer the questions. I'll let you answer that question to the fans yourself. I'll hold the camera, you can answer the question. Am I scared of Anthony Joshua?
From the time spent with Dillian, I've got to say no, but people don't want to listen to my opinion. They want to listen to AKA Gary Coleman. So last word to you.
That's done. Big up, Gary.
Dylan,
Cool.
Best of luck. Thank you for your time, sir.
No worries.
William Hill Vegas sponsors Joshua vs. Whyte on Sky Sports Box Office.